Hey guys, so today we'll be looking at 5 unconventional ideas for going to a US university. Number 1, making an impact. I feel like that's what the US is all about. Because when you're applying for the US university, first they are looking at what type of student are you? Are you making an impact in your community? And are you trying to be a good leader? And that's what the US really values. So when you go to university, that's what they value as well. And that's what they're trying to make you think about ways to impact your community. Of course, you have the options of not doing that, but you are being surrounded by people that are also trying to impact the community. And that's, I feel like, what the US is all about in terms of the university. In other countries, when you apply for a university, you're applying for the major. So when you're admitted to that major. On top of that, when you're taking your classes, 100% of your classes that you take are going to be within the major. Whereas in the US, 60%, 50 to 60% of the classes that you take are within the major, and the other 50% or 40% are outside of your major. And on top of that, you get to switch major if it turns out that major that you had applied to is not the right fit. And believe it or not, a lot of students are switching majors in college. Even though they think they know what major they want to do in high school, they can still change their mind. And that's what the US gives you. It gives you flexibility. Building life skills is seen to be important because life is not just memorization and doing tests. And in real life, you get to work with a lot of different people. You need to have a lot of different knowledge about a certain field. So, you're not just going to use one part of your education or one field of study to go through life. In the US, the same thing. Your grades is not just about your test. It is a combination of group projects, class discussion, and also being involved in outside activities are very, very encouraged. Building confidence in terms of public speaking, knowing how to sell yourself is seen to be very important in a US system education, especially at the university level. Number 4, I would say, is the Alumni Network. And that's both in Indonesia and in the US. And once you graduate from the university, there are a lot of alumni gathering, alumni events, both in the US and in Jakarta. In Jakarta, there are a lot of universities that gather on an annual basis, and they keep in touch. They have annual dinner, they have events, and if you need to find a job or you need to find funding, the Alumni Network will be there for you. And that's what I feel like I value a lot in terms of the alumni networking that's available for the US university, and also how close-knitted group they are, and how prideful they are about going to that university. Lastly, I would say, is technology, innovation, and future of jobs. Right now, there are a lot of jobs in the tech industry, and a lot of people are hiring. You get to see what people are doing in the US, what technology is being made, and what new innovation are being created, and eventually, what can you bring back to Indonesia and impact the community and be a future leader, and getting your alumni network to back you up, to help you push your company or your startup through this technology. But if you want to work in the US or in Jakarta, Indonesia, there are also plenty of opportunities because the technology companies are growing every year and they're hiring a lot of people. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, you don't really have to be in the same major as business. Your major could be biology, your major could be computer science, engineering. A lot of the resources that are available in the US are also available for other majors that's outside of business area. So then, the spirit of entrepreneurship is seen in a lot of different areas. Because I went to do my master's in education. Even in education, in my program, there is an entrepreneurship event and programs, and there is actually a prize given to the best ed tech, education technology startup that people are pitching. And that's why the US university has a lot of options.